I want to invite Joanna and Agle for the presentation. Floor is yours, please.
So thank you very much for having us here. It's a great pleasure to participate in this conference. So without any further ado, I would just like to present myself. I'm a PhD candidate at Kaunas University of Technology, School of Economics and School of Economics and Business, and Eglė Staniškienė is my supervisor. So our research is on revealing corporate sustainability maturity levels through corporate websites. Why we thought this was important to address, because we are here today for a reason. Sustainability is an issue that is being discussed throughout the world, and the organizations and businesses cannot stand aside without taking any actions. And organizations that keep up with the sustainability regulations, as well as mind the customers' needs, current trends, and adjust their strategies accordingly, can achieve higher commercial results and position themselves better in the market. So therefore, the study investigates organizational sustainability transitions and tries to distinguish sustainability maturity levels through corporate websites. As a theory, when speaking of corporate sustainability, the question of what are we as an organization emerges quite naturally. It was well adopted since the publication of Albert and Witten in 1985, and it reflects organizational identity. Thus, when an organization is trying to or thinking about adopting some sustainability ideas and or maybe some technologies, taking some steps towards this sustainability, it is necessary to understand the core attributes of its identity, because even great ideas that if they are brought to the wrong environment, they could cause discontinuity of an organization and chaos, if the environment is not right. So as itself, the corporate sustainability contains the feature of intrinsic tension per se in its the term itself, and taking the notice of different corporate sustainability approaches and the organization's perception of itself, the present research draws to the attention on the way the organizations are presenting themselves. Corporate communication, therefore, does play a major role in stakeholder relationship management, and engaging with the stakeholders, organizations can have a better understanding of what is expected to be found within their sustainability communication. Although there are instruments of corporate sustainability communication assessment available, no single effective formula of communicating sustainability has been devised yet. So looking at sustainability communication practices of organizations, they might reveal some insights into the actual tensions or the ones they declare. The organizations, might declare some tensions, but on the inside, there might be completely different situation. So we think that revealing whether the sustainability is visible in the core attributes might shine a spotlight of where those tensions are in the organization. So therefore, sustainability transitions being a long-term, complex, and fundamental transformations of organizational system, they are kind of a social construct and can be addressed through the levels of maturation that were proposed to take a look at by Huguet et al. In 2018, taking from social maturation and putting them into sustainability transition, having these 4 phases: emergence, popularization, formalization, and maturity. As a context and sample, we've chosen organizations of the Baltic states, and since the internet has become one of the main contemporary communication channels and has a prominent role in sustainability and corporate social responsibility communication. So these companies were selected using the criteria that they had to be a part of United Nations Global Compact Initiative. There were 38 active members as of 13th of November in 2019. And as you can see, the business activities are shown in this figure, what these organizations that report their corporate sustainability in this global compact, what do they do? And even though there are more organizations that pursue some sustainability related activities, this study chose to investigate those corporations which are taking the next step forward towards a more sustainable operation. So therefore we chose the Global Compact Network. And as you can see, the number of reporting organizations was only 38. So sustainability reporting is not very high in the Baltic states, although there are different and other networks for reporting, or it can be a fully individual decision of the organization. So for a method to analyze these websites, the OSAC model proposed by Ciano et al. At 2016 was selected. It checks and measures corporate sustainability communication on the corporate websites and provides a score ranging from 0 to 100. And it checks the orientation, structure, ergonomics, and content of the website. So the higher the score, the better the compliance to the requisite proposed by this OSAC model. In this table, you can see the main results. I didn't include the whole table because it would be just too long, and this is just to get the impression on how the results look, where we have this OSAC dimensions, orientation, structure, ergonomics, and content, that each other has their own accumulated value provided by addressing 64 indicators. And this model allows addressing greenwashing, any greenwashing activities, it calls them sins, and draws score, a minus score from the total result if there are any possible greenwashing activities that can be seen in the website. So it is calculated in the model. It includes this calculation. Yeah, and the total score is provided there. As a result, none of the analyzed organizations met the requirements for excellent or satisfactory compliance with the sustainability communication requisites. Acceptable compliance of sustainability communication was achieved by only 2 organizations, which are shown here. These top 2 are here for a reason. They are the top 2 organizations in communicating their sustainability throughout the Baltic states. That are using Global Compact Initiative. And these results also show that all the sustainability reporting organizations of the Baltic state have some possibilities and opportunities to improve and need to take improvement actions to avoid reputational risk and improve communication practices and strategies. Also, it's worth noticing that a high number, 32% of the analyzed websites displayed possible greenwashing activities. Those greenwashing activities are called sins, as I've mentioned, and 3 sins were found amongst the analyzed organizations. So sin of vagueness is where description of sustainability is based on vague or inaccurate information, where it is not supported by some statements, and no supporting information maybe can be found. The other one is unidirectional approach to stakeholders, where there is no stakeholder engagement, support, or sustainability approach. And sin of worshipping false labels, where sustainability labels are not supported by labeling systems or any kind of certifications. We've kind of see that greenwashing activities might also be seen as tensions, as values in opposition in the organization, resulting from the inconsistency of communicating inside and outside the organization. Also, I would like to highlight some interesting insights from what we've seen during this website analysis. Is that there are differences between the information provided in Lithuanian and English. For example, where the English version of the same website provides more information for the shareholders, more information about sustainability of the organization, whereas Lithuanian version only has some information about prices and main activities for the consumers. And there were differences between English and Lithuanian versions of the sustainability reports provided, English versions being way longer in the count of number of pages of these reports. Also, there were several corporate websites that did not provide the corporate sustainability reports at all in the websites. Some reports in the websites were outdated. And some organizations, interestingly, did not provide their sustainability approach altogether. From these results, we can see and draw these lines, these connections between how organization communicates its sustainability to how its corporate sustainability has matured, or is it mature. I don't think I will go much into detail here. This still has to be checked, double checked, or applying other methods, research methods, but this insight might be drawn that you can somewhat, a little bit get the impression on the organization's sustainability maturity by looking at what it is saying about itself on its website. So for example, if organization has a poor compliance to the OSAC model, scoring lower than 49%, we can guess or try to make this connection that it is in an emergence level of maturity. Well, in this case of joining the United Nations Global Compact Initiative, it can be seen that awareness of sustainability issues is emerging, but not yet defined by the organization, where the organization maybe is not speaking about sustainability on its website at all. And we can, explain these connections with different levels of maturity and different scores provided here by the OSAC model. So for the conclusions, the analyzed organizations reveal their purposes and philosophies poorly throughout their websites. Their identities as sustainable, or at least sustainability-oriented organizations, are not defined that well. As I've mentioned just now, each score group of the website analysis can be attributed to a certain maturity level of corporate sustainability. And of course, there is this thing that where 32% of analyzed websites show greenwashing activities. That means maybe it is intentional, maybe it's not intentional. More thorough research should be conducted on that. And of course, this paper suggests that there is a connection between sustainability communication and overall corporate sustainability maturity, because sustainability is, of course, something that has to be done physically, but also we have to speak about it. Therefore, we are speaking, I think, maybe we are speaking about it today here. Also, this paper contributes to the scientific literature by addressing the corporate sustainability maturity and identifying its levels. Furthermore, the analyzed organizations did not have the appropriate sustainability communication culture, even though they were taking the next step towards sustainability, providing information in the public sustainability reports via United Nations Global Compact platform. Of course, the study will be complemented with further research that includes the assessment of corporate sustainability reports and interviews with sustainability reporting organizations for deeper understanding on tensions that these organizations are facing. Well, as you can see, this research also has limitations where the highest level, the most mature level of corporate sustainability is lacking. Maybe by double checking or cross-checking this information and these organizations, we will find that we in the Baltic region do have organizations of all corporate maturity levels, but there is a risk that we are still in kind of a developing context, and these organizations are still developing also. So there is a risk that we might not find organizations from all maturity levels. So thank you very much. I hope I managed my time well, and thank you.
Thank you very much, Joanna, for your presentation. And please give question to the speaker. Okay, there are no questions. I wish you good luck in your research,
Thank you.
preparing your PhD.